What's going on, y'all? It's Nine Spivey, and you're listening to Respect the View podcast. I just want to say how thankful I am today to be alive, to be honest with you. I know it's a lot of chaos going on. I know it's a lot of just nonsense that people have to deal with right about now. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you to all who are taking the time to listen to this episode and listen to my podcast, period, because I know you don't have to. And I definitely just appreciate that. Today's episode, I wanted to discuss cheating, why people cheat. I thought it'd be a good topic. Future recently just got caught dealing back with his baby mama and lost his little girlfriend, which I thought was pretty hilarious. On top of that, him having another baby and then claiming the baby wasn't his. I just thought that was pretty hilarious. But yeah, I want to talk about cheating. And I took some pretty good notes. I'm not going to lie, this is my third time to fourth time recording this episode. I hope it comes out pretty good. Yeah, I just been having a bunch of different issues. Either my mic didn't sound right or my computer wasn't acting right. And right now, I just tried to record it through Audacity and I couldn't. I don't really know why. I don't even know why I'm telling you that. But carry on. So philosophy on cheating. I did some research and now, of course, I have I looked up a couple articles. The main ones that I'm using the information on, though, that I thought was pretty interesting, and then I'll give you my point of view. One of the articles, it was about 400 people that were interviewed. And the second one, it was over 500 people. But the first one, it was like a mix. It was like men and women, heterosexual and others. And then the second one with all 500, it was pretty much 90% heterosexual. So the main reasons they pretty much felt that people cheated were anger or revenge. Pretty much frustration in a relationship when your partner doesn't seem to understand your needs. Anger at your partner who isn't around much, or anger when you're angry at your partner that doesn't give you any time, physical or emotional support or stability. That would be number one. So that was pretty much the first one. Get that one out of the way. Those are alright. So number two would be falling out of love. That one's pretty simple. Number three would be situational factors and opportunities. That one is really hoish. That one is really hoish. And then the next one we have commitment issues, lack of interest in committing long term, wanting a more casual relationship, wanting a way out of a relationship. Yeah. And then we have unmet needs, which means partners have different that could mean partners have different sex drives. One partner can't have sex, or or one isn't interested, or both partners spend time away from home. Sounds like a personal problem. Then we have sexual desire, wanting variety. I felt like this was a host statement. These are host statements too. And it says different conversations or styles of communication. This is definitely hoish. Different non-sexual activities, attraction to other people, relationships with other people in addition to their current partner. You want your cake and eat it too? Pretty much what that means. And pretty much the last one is low self-esteem. And we already know it doesn't matter if you're beautiful, ugly, or however you see yourself. Low self-esteem can hit like a train wreck. And the way most of these are pretty much set up, like I said, I'm gonna put the articles in the show notes so you can go through and read them. It was some pretty good information, but they all both articles pretty much go back in and saying that these are personal reasons. These, like, it's a lot of things in life that we can't even take personal that I know we do, and it's like, why me? Why would you do this to me? Why? But it's not even about us. Some of these people are really hurting or sick or need therapy, or they just don't love themselves. And that's one of the biggest things, is that we have to make sure we love ourselves before we get into a relationship. So with all that said and done, I kind of wanted to get into pretty much cheating in more of like a personal level. So me, I'm a Virgo, so I looked up some astrology stuff and on why Virgos would cheat, and pretty much how we live our lives a little bit. I wanted to get some insight, because this will be kind of my first time doing this kind of research on it, and it's a little alarming, but not everything is to the T. But pretty much for Virgos, it says that we can live a double life. Thought that was pretty interesting. Then it goes in to say Virgos are ruled by Mercury, the planet of the intelligent, and the highly civilized nature often make them uncomfortable connecting to the more animal side. So when I read that, it just means we like to keep our freakiness under wraps. We don't like people to know about our freaky. At all. Come on, Zeus. Killing me, bro. That's my dog. And then it says, when Virgos cheat, it is often to let their freaky flag fly, doing things they would feel ashamed with their official partner. That's why I said the statement before. It made me feel like we just like to hide our freaky, which makes sense. I'm definitely not out there. It says Virgos can live a dual life, one of them extremely focused, high achievement, defined by an almost perpetual righteousness, and another that is definitely more louche. I think I messed that up, but I think I did pretty good. I might have to redo that one. What's good, people? It's Jay Spivey. So if you haven't heard, there's this amazing app, and it's the easiest way for you to make your podcast, and it's free. All right, so let me explain. It has all the creative tools that allow you to edit your podcast the right way, right from your phone or your computer, and it allows you to distribute your podcast to all the major platforms like Apple and Spotify and many, many more. All right? You can literally make money with little to no listeners. Like, how dope is that? All you got to do is go to anchor.fm to get started. Go check it out. But it pretty much tells me that I'm a perfectionist in all aspects of my life, which include marriage, home, career, family, and that I sometimes can forget to just relax and let some steam off. What the hell? I don't even believe this. Let me not sound all defensive. It says their emotional detachment causes a blind spot in their sentimental level, prohibiting them to prohibiting them from empathizing on a feeling level with those they are close to. I'm going to restart that. Their emotional detachment causes a blind spot in their sentimental level, prohibiting them to empathize on a feeling level with those they are close to. They can also see right and wrong. It says they can only see right and wrong from an intellectual point of view, not one of feelings, and will use will use pretzel logic to justify their cheating. Say that one again. They can only see right and wrong from an intellectual point of view, not one of feelings, and will use pretzel logic to justify their cheating. I find that pretty funny. But yeah, there you go. Summing up a Virgo. Alright, I guess let's get into the bread of the butter. The bread and butter of the episode. Did I get too close to the mic? My bad. Let's get into the bread and butter of the episode. Have I seen any cheating? Probably. But I ain't no snitch though. Unless it's public information. Have I cheated? Alright, yeah. I mean, if that's what you want to call it. Being a Virgo is funny. I really hated the fact that I read my sign. I'm going to be honest with you. But yeah, let's get into the story. Or stories. High school, I think it was like my sophomore year. Probably had a summertime thing. I think I did. Had a little summertime thing. Went to school, was like, yeah, it's time to get fresh and do me. You know how the first day of school is. So I was going through that mindset. Then saw this breezy walking towards the entrance of the school in the morning time. I think I hopped off the bus. That's when like my memory is cunning right now that I remember that. But yeah, I saw her walking towards the entrance of the school. I went to Wilson High School in Long Beach, California, by the way. Not telling you, I'm not saying on this episode what year I graduated, but it was smooth, you know. Later that day, found out who her friends were and that she ran track. And then I just, did my little pursuing from there. But yeah, it turns out she knew my girlfriend. And she let me know she knew my girlfriend. And I guess keep it short, brief, but funny, like, I still ended up dating that girl. Like, I lost a girlfriend that day. I was still flirting with her that day. And ended up dating her. Not like recent after, but I still ended up dating her after that whole issue. I guess to keep it within the same person, that's all. I think when I started dating her, then I got caught with like a hickey on my neck from an ex that she knew, because we was at the same school, so that was the only, how that goes. Yeah, and apparently I lied so smooth that I got out of it, but then later in life I was told, you a good ass liar, and I'm like, oh, word, cool. Didn't take no mind to that. I didn't take no mind to that one. I just left it alone. And let's see, maybe like one as an adult, did I get myself in any trouble? Definitely as an adult. Nah, I think I had an issue with like flirting. And got like some pictures randomly, like, and then woke up to like punches and slaps. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that one in there, but that one was pretty. That one was pretty interesting. But that one definitely was not my fault because I didn't ask for anything. So I felt like it was overkill. And then, when something like that happens, it's like, I don't believe you. Let me see. I wasn't about to die that day. Go ahead and live by future words. If I ever cheat, I ain't never telling sorry. Catch me cheating, I ain't never saying sorry. I'm gonna get killed for that one, but honestly, I'm just trying to make good content. I'm trying to better myself, but that's the amazing thing. Actually, as I go through that, as I go through that, I'm definitely trying to better myself. Let me pause this so I can edit. All right, the conclusion of this episode, I want to talk about pretty much just how to stay away from cheating. Uh, well, honestly, with all the information that I've been learning, I've been meditating. I've been doing a lot more self care, self love. Just trying to make sure I know who I am. Trying to figure out who I am. Trying to make sure that my energy is in line with what I want to do and with how I feel. Just trying to make sure I'm happy. You know what I mean? Because that really matters when it boils down to trying to be in somebody else's life or trying to let somebody else be in yours. So first and foremost, you just gotta make sure that you're okay. Like you don't bring anything traumatizing to the table. And honestly, you won't even realize that there's some things that you have that's kind of off about you until after you get into a relationship or after you start dealing with somebody. So it's like it's really big to be able, it's really big to be able to notice your own weaknesses and your own flaws and then actually wanting to correct them. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people in the world that they know they're wrong. They know they got some fucked up shit about them, but they don't care. You know what I mean? And red flags is another thing that you definitely have to pick up on, because somebody will tell you who they are. Like, without a doubt, you don't have to do anything. Eventually, they're going to show. Eventually, even if they have a good front, whatever, everybody ends up folding if they aren't who they truly say they are. And that's the beautiful thing about life. It's karma is amazing. That plays a big role in it. But you can definitely see issues before they actually arise. You know what I mean? And fix them or not fix them and step away or say, that needs to be worked on, or say you don't really want to be a part of that situation, and that's all up to you. But it's definitely avoidable. You don't have to cheat at all, and you're trash if you feel like you do. Unless you're me, because I'm not trash.